All right, here we are with Kimberlee Diamond and her daughter Chassity. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Kevin.
I've been looking really forward to doing this, Kimberlee. This morning, I looked it up. We have worked over 24 years together at our former brokerage.
That is crazy. It's gone by so fast. I can't even fathom it's been that long.
The blink.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do today was, Kimberlee made the decision to change brokerages, and I wanted to unpack, that decision-making process. You've been very successful over the years, and making a change is never easy. Why don't you start with telling us your story, kind of about your real estate career, where you were, where you came from, and what led to the change, kind of thing.
Yeah, so I've been selling real estate for 24 years, and I started selling real estate in the GTA. That's kind of where I built the earlier part of my career. And my husband and I, we moved up to Simcoe 8 or 9 years ago now, almost 9 years, I guess. And I've been selling real estate up here, loving it. As Simcoe County is like a four-season playground. It's been really a great fit for me and now Chassity. We've been very successful and busy.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the unique things about eXp is the ability to expand almost any way you want, without having to join other offices or pay for other technologies. What's your vision for what you'll get out of eXp moving ahead into the future?
Well, first of all, eXp for me, I was a little hesitant because you're kind of set at one place, and to switch brokerages, it's a bit much to take on. But I have to say, eXp has offered 50 hours like of the icon training. It's all live, it's interactive. So that type of thing for me has been amazing. The technology, I mean, just their, website platform, everything that they offer is second to none. So it's been really an easier transition than I was expecting. And I'm loving it so far.
Okay. All right. So you mentioned on eXp's Metaverse. How would you explain what the Metaverse is like, and maybe compared to where you were versus where you are now with the Metaverse?
Mm-hmm. Well, the Metaverse, I thought that it would be overwhelming, and funny enough, I adapted quite easily, and it is fantastic in terms of just interaction with colleagues, and I mean, even like globally, quite honestly, like it's great. You're in the auditorium. It reminds me of being in university, the big auditorium and the professors at the front and what have you, and you're raising your hand. Everything is live. And there's learnings from pretty much, I can't think of anything that they're missing really, like in terms of there's something for everyone. And it's the latest learning from, successful real estate agents, that are at icon status. So if you're going to learn, obviously learning from the best makes the most sense, right? So yeah, it's just been really engaging with the Metaverse on so many levels.
Okay. Yeah, so you mentioned the training from icon agents and 50 hours a week of that. That's nothing like we've ever had before. I think one of the things I've learned in real estate over the years was the secret to success in real estate is to get around the people that are producing on a very high level today.
Yeah.
And the Metaverse environment allows you to do that. How are you liking the office meetings every 2 weeks? The provincial office meetings.
Oh, you know what? They are absolutely amazing. They're packed with so much information and, current. because obviously our industry is evolving all the time, and there's lots of changes. It just keeps you on top of things. And I personally love, the idea of sitting in the morning. I look forward to the sales meeting, actually. And I sit here in the morning with my coffee in my hand and, take it all in. And it makes me feel current, and keeps me on top of things. And I don't have to get in my car and drive in traffic and what have you, right? So, yeah, for me, that's just been a plus as well.
Yeah, so the industry's changing at light speed, and although we've got, between the two of us, we've got over 50 years experience, well over 50 years experience. The changes that are occurring right now, just regarding regulatory changes and stuff, are massive, and it's a big deal. Like in the past, maybe once a quarter or something, and then that was blended in with awards and all kinds of other stuff. This office meeting, just down to the meat and potatoes, every 2 weeks, talking about current changes and what's happening now in the industry, what's going on currently. It's something, you're right, I look really forward to it, and I feel like I'm staying on the edge more, as opposed to, and then God forbid, you miss, in the past, we've missed one meeting, and by the way, you had to drive to it, and other stuff.
Don't miss that.
That day, you never had another one for half a year, right? Kind of thing.
I know. No.
So pretty important, and
it's extremely important, and once again, Kevin, like the days of bricks and mortar, having the office and what have you, it's kind of, COVID certainly definitely, changed that as well. But it was even on the onset, even before COVID, with technology and what have you. So that's one thing where eXp just, for me, outshines, my previous experience. And it just, it keeps me on top of things, the changes, and that's how, you want to be operating as an agent.
Well, to your point, so even prior to COVID, if you walked into any real estate office, and I'm not talking any particular brand, I mean any real estate.
No, just any, in the strip mall kind of thing, or what have you.
You'd be lucky to find an agent there, much less 2 or 3.
Absolutely.
Right?
No, we don't need to be anymore.
There was duty time, and I think
remember that.
And stuff. And I think duty time in offices is really not about sharing time in the office. It's about making sure there's one agent there. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So when you think about all the bricks and mortar offices out there, and really, how often do you need to entertain a client at an office? Like, if you're going out to give them opinion and value, you're not going to the office. If you're going out to show a house, you're not going to the office. And now, with digital signatures and online meetings and everything, the way we've evolved is, in the past, what it was like. The client used to follow us back to the office and watch us
10:30 at night. Yeah.
To sign it in ink, and those days are just gone. So then when you do need to do an offer, you're getting the details, preparing it and sending it to them later on, right?
That's right. Yeah.
That's online as well. So even prior to now enter COVID, and the office just became ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would sometimes find too, Kevin, just when I would get into the office, just kind of getting sidetracked from, negativity at the coffee machine with certain, that type of thing, so at least, with eXp, it's just nothing but uplifting and positive, and I don't have the kind of external noise, I guess, of being in an office, right? Office setting.
So right, it was very distracting. You touched on a couple of things there. So first of all, for new agents, this one's an important one to have realization early, because for some reason it takes a while to pick up. If you're in an office environment in the old the old models, and say you're sitting beside one of the top producers in the company, and you asked him a question, hey man, at this stop sign up ahead, should I go right or left here? If you should go right, he'll tell you to go left. And if you should go, he'll tell you to go right. If you do the opposite to some of the advice, and what that has to do with is, even in your own office, the people that you're interacting with are your competitors.
That's right. Yeah, 100%.
And in eXp, based on the way the model's structured, they've alleviated that, where we actually are all aligned and working together and sharing, which is incredible, by the way. And here's the other thing, just for anybody watching that thinks eXp doesn't have offices, we have all kinds of offices. Dozens of offices throughout the GTA, and they're an office share. They have reception. They're actually
they're beautiful, actually. Yeah,
they're better than most real estate offices. And you get a free membership, and you can go to those anytime you want.
24/7.
To date, I checked with, so I have a dozen agents on my team, and so far no one has used an office.
I haven't either. I have to say, there's no need anymore, really. But it is nice to have the option, though, because I thought Chassity and I do some YouTube videos and that type of thing, and it's a really nice setting for that, but once again, it's just not, it's not like the old days where we were at the office and people would come in and, we'd be sitting in there going through things. So I like this way.
It's modern.
Yeah, this model's good.
All right, so let's back up a little bit. So when you decided to make the move, to eXp, what caused you to make the move? Did you go through a research process, or what exactly was it that?
Yeah. Well, in all honesty, it was kind of, I was okay. I was where I was, but you and I, had talked a few times, and what started out as a 10-minute, conversation ended up being 2 hours, and I was on the computer with you and we were going through everything. And I felt kind of stale, I guess, at my previous place. So this, to me, was like a fresh approach. I love the business model and the opportunity. So, it just kind of felt like a no-brainer at the end of it when I did my research and, with you, and I went online and Google and I read, a ton of data and what have you as well. And just YouTube, quite honestly. I went on there, and what are the benefits of eXp, and it just came up as a win for me. So made the move.
Now, there's all kinds of different reasons. This is such a different approach to real estate. There's all kinds of, it's like an onion. There's all kinds of these different layers. What would you say was the most important thing to you in this model?
I think, becoming a shareholder in the company, that's important to me. And just different means of generating revenue, so there was kind of an off-ramp for myself. I've been doing this for 24 years, and I'm kind of looking at, slowly moving out of selling homes as actively in the next, 3 to 5 years kind of thing. And eXp offered me just, some financial choices that other brokerages aren't offering.
Yeah. So while you're still selling and producing, you're going to receive stock and or revenue share or financial rewards in 5 different ways based on your productivity in different areas. But one of the things that you're talking about transitioning is you can transition into being more of a mentor in real estate as well. And this model also rewards you to do that.
Yeah.
Somebody with 25 years experience doing real estate, I think someone would be very fortunate to have you. Chassity, you're very fortunate to have your mom, because a lot of people don't have that. But in this model, they can get that.
I'm super excited to get into that as well, Kevin. That is definitely a passion of mine, and to bring new agents in and just kind of help them along the way, and just watch them succeed and help them grow a flourishing business is super exciting. And this is my first one right now.
All right, so why don't we end with this? What would your parting words be to anyone watching this who may want to do better with their real estate career?
Well, I think for existing agents, it is just amazing in the sense that it offers so many things that other brokerages don't. And for me, the 50 hours of Icon training every week, it's live, it's interactive. That's invaluable because you're staying current on the market. And so that for me is huge. I think that experienced agents, and of course, the revenue that you can generate and the shares that so there's so many things. But I think for a new agent, you should just start at the best right from the beginning, really, and just build your portfolio, right? And with the 5 different ways that you can generate income, and that in a financial sense, it's great, but it's also just the learning as well that, for example, like the new agent orientation that eXp offers, it really starts from the ground up, and it's not things that you're learning in your getting your real estate license. This is like how to manage your business, how to run your day-to-day business. Mm-hmm. And that's invaluable. I mean, obviously I'm going to help Chassity and anybody else that that joins with us, but this as well is just, over and above.
Okay. Yeah, perspective's everything. And listen, hey, think about this, Kimberlee. Can you imagine having started, if there had been this model when we started, where we'd be at today based on what you know about the model and all the work and productivity you've done? Could you imagine?
Wow. Yeah, as I think I've mentioned before that we probably wouldn't be having this interview. No. I'd be on my yacht sipping a pina colada.
Yeah, a long time ago.
If we would have started way back then, like if we had this opportunity, to me, yeah. It's so true, Kevin. But I'm excited to be here now, and I'm excited to help others. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and absolutely no regrets at all.
Good stuff. All right. Well, This was a great interview as expected. Thank you very much, guys, for your time today, Kimberlee and Chassity. It's been,
Thanks, Kevin.
It's been a pleasure to get aligned with you, and looking forward to the future we're going to build together. And as we say in our Honey Badger group, we'll either see you at the top or
from the top.
That's right. Okay, guys. See ya. Have a good day.
Bye, Kevin. Thank you. Have an awesome day.